king, and I lost my leg. Climbing up the top sails, I lost my leg. I'm shipping out to Boston. I'm shipping out to Boston. I'm shipping out to Boston. I'm shipping out to buy my wooden leg.
When you go rogue, a top 20 playlist doesn't set the mood. You do.
Well, I took a walk around the world to ease my troubled mind. I left my body lying somewhere in the sands of time. But I watched the world float to the dark side of the moon. But I feel there's nothing I can do. Yeah. I watched the world float to the dark side of the moon. After all, I knew it had to be something to do with you. I really don't mind what happens now and then, as long as you'll be my friend at the end. If I go crazy, then will you still call me Superman? If I'm alive and well, will you be there holding my hand? I'll keep you by my side with my superhuman, my kryptonite. You call me strong, you call me weak, but still your secrets I will keep. You took for granted all the times I never let you down. You stumbled in and bumped your head. If not for me, then you'd be dead. I picked you up, put you back on solid ground. If I go crazy, then will you still call me Superman? If I'm alive and well, will you be there holding my hand? I'll keep you by my side with my superhuman, my kryptonite. If I go crazy, then will you still call me Superman? If I'm alive and well, will you be there holding my hand? I'll keep you by my side with my superhuman, my kryptonite. Yeah! If I go crazy, then will you still call me Superman? If I'm alive and well, will you be there holding my hand? I'll keep you by my side with my superhuman, my kryptonite.
Sometimes it can feel like there's no way out of treatment-resistant depression. You take one antidepressant after another, and they aren't working for you. It's like you're going in circles. Turn.
Montag, lieben, glauben, globen.
Give it to me, baby. Give it to me, baby. Give it to me, baby.
And all the girlies say I'm pretty fly for a white guy. Uno, dos, tres, cuatro, cinco, cinco, seis.
You know it's kinda hard just to get along today. Our subject isn't cool, but he fakes it anyway. He may not have a clue and he may not have style, but everything he lacks, well, he makes up in denial. So don't think fake, play us straight. You know he really doesn't get it anyway. Gotta play that feel and keep it real. For you know way, for you know way. So if you don't break, just overcompensate. At least you know you can always go on Ricky Lake. The world needs one of these on. Hey, hey, do that brand new thing.
Give it to me, baby. Give it to me, baby. Give it to me, baby.
And all the girlies say I'm pretty fly.
For a white
He
guy.
made some cool tunes, not just any will suffice. But they didn't have ice cubes, so he brought vanilla ice. Now cruising in his Pinto, he sees homies as he passed. But if he looks twice, they're gonna kick his lily ass. So don't he fake, play us straight. You know he really doesn't get it anyway. Gotta play that feel and keep it real. For you know way, for you know way. So if you don't break, just overcompensate. At least you know you can always go on regulate. The world loves one of these on. Hey, hey, do that brand new thing. Now he's getting a tattoo, yeah, he's getting ink done. He asked for a 13, but they drew a 31. Friends say he's trying too hard, and he's not quite hip. But in his own mind, he's the dopest rap.
Give it to me, baby. Give it to me, baby. Give it to me, baby.
Uno, dos, tres, cuatro, cinco, cinco, seis.
So don't you fake, play us straight. You know he really doesn't get it anyway. Gotta play that feel and keep it real. For you know way, for you know way. So if you don't break, just overcompensate. At least you know you can always go on regulate. The world needs one of these on. The world loves one of these on. Let's get some more one of these on. Hey, hey, do that brand new thing.
Post.
Moana is back.
Molly?
Do you have the time to listen to me whine about nothing and everything all at once? I am one of those melodramatic fools, neurotic to the bone, no doubt about it. Sometimes I give myself the creeps. Sometimes my mind plays tricks on me. It all keeps adding up. I think I'm cracking up. Am I just paranoid? Am I just up? I went to a shrink to analyze my dreams. She says it's like a sex that's bringing me down. I went to a whore. He said my life's a bore. So quit my whining cause it's bringing her down. Sometimes I give myself the creeps. Sometimes my mind plays tricks on me. It all keeps adding up. I think I'm cracking up. Am I just paranoid? Grasping to control, so I better hold on. Sometimes I give myself the creeps. Sometimes my mind plays tricks on me. It all keeps adding up. I think I'm cracking up. Am I just paranoid? I'm not sure.
FM flows and hoes, go crazy, stalker, psychos. We have a fun one tonight. Just real fun. Hi, Laurie. Who's around here?
Maybe we should do a review first.
A review?
Mm-hmm.
Like a video review?
Right.
Okay. Whose show is this, Debbie? Are you trying to steal my show?
No.
If you are, you can get your own show, okay?
Just trying to guide you a little bit.
You can get your own show, Debbie. Get your own show. Huh? It doesn't say it, but if you want to, you can plug it. Yeah, probably soon. Get your own show, Debbie. Get your own videos. Get your own YouTube channel, Debbie. This is my channel, Debbie. Okay.
What's that?
Is it in my studio or my is it?
It's live.
It's live.
It's public.
It's public.
Mm-hmm.
It's public live.
You want to tell me? Let me tell you what to search for.
Nope. I already know. Okay, tell me. Right.
This is see what a victims.
My stupid video.
Oh, that's one of them.
Is it really?
Mm-hmm.
Does it have that on it?
Yes.
Okay.
You included it in several.
All right. Good. Perfect. We'll start with that one. Oh, please. Oh yeah, that is the one actually that it starts with. That's a good one. Okay, we're gonna do a little review. A little review.
Maybe I should put their one in the chat if they're here.
Put a one in. I want to know who's here. If you guys are here, put a one in the chat. If you're not here, put a two.
And in the beginning, it was one of our live streams. Scooter was on.
Somebody at that time was super interested.
I don't remember
in this.
That might have been Deborah Van Hooverden.
We were talking about Delphi at first.
Okay, here you go. Well,
I'm watching.
Oh, wow.
And then Scooter showed pictures of Dave on that bridge, the Mono High Bridge. And then she said, "You don't think he looks like Bridge Guy, do you?"
Does he look like Bridge Guy? I'm starting to
Oh my God. Oh my God.
And I said, "No, but you didn't bring him there for that, did you?" And she's like, "No."
Oh my God, does he? No, it's like
Did you take him there to test that out?
Carol.
I can imagine you doing that.
And then I said, but remember what you said about a serial killer. And we started to go into something. And if you watch our channel, you know, and you watch Scooter, Scooter has always asked the question, what would you do if there's like a Stephen King movie that's based on the BTK killer where the wife, it's called Perfect Marriage, I believe it is. The wife goes out into the shed that they're celebrating. I don't know, I don't know what anniversary it is. Okay. But it's some anniversary that they're celebrating. And he goes away like on a business trip or something. She runs out to the shed because she needs a screw or something. And she opens up a little tin. And in that little tin, she finds something that she doesn't really want to find. And what it is pictures and driver's licenses of women that were killed. So she finds out, in a sense, her husband is a serial killer. So for 3 years, maybe or more, Scooter has said, what if you were in that situation? What would you do? Would you turn your husband in? And everybody's like, oh, yeah, sure. And Scooter goes, oh, I wouldn't. Because if it's Dave and he's a nice guy and he's treated me nice, I'm going to stay with him. And she's always scared us with that, but we laugh because we hope she's joking. And so we went off on that tangent that night. We were not talking about Delphi.
The wood there.
Yeah, see the wood right there?
They put wood boards up over it.
Yeah.
But in 2017, of course, those weren't there. But it wasn't as bad in 2017.
We added another situation where we said, well, what if instead of that you found the stuff in the shed, what if you just saw him like flip and lose it one night, like over a parking space? Like, let's just say you're with him, he's treating you real good, and you're going in a busy mall or something, and someone takes his parking spot, and he gets out of the car, he grabs a tire iron.
I got something else. Let's see.
And nobody else was there?
Okay, here's where they have.
Is that when Dave flipped out and killed them?
Stop.
He bashes the person on the head. Then he gets back in, like, you know, the Stepfather movie. Zippity-doo-dah. He's saying, Camptown Races, sing this song, doo-dah. And she said, oh, well, you know, that's what we were talking about.
Right there.
That's what we were talking about. And if you wonder why our voices aren't on there, I mean, our faces with our voices, that's why. Because she's clipped content from elsewhere in the video and put it with the bridge pictures. And when I say,
okay, here's where they have.
Is that when Dave flipped out and killed them?
Stop.
Is that when he went out and killed them?
Okay, here's where.
Is that when he went out and killed them?
They have.
Is that when Dave flipped out and killed them?
Stop.
That we're talking about the hypothetical people. They're trying to make it sound like I was laughing about Abby and Libby from Delphi.
Okay, here's where they have.
Is that when Dave flipped out and killed them?
And saying that Dave killed them, and I'm laughing and laughing and laughing because they put up a picture and then just put our voices behind it talking about something completely different. But the funny thing is, Debbie should be worrying about a whole other thing. Good luck, Debbie. Good luck. All right. We'll see you later. Bye now. Everybody have a good day.
Stop. Right there.
Right, yeah.
That we're talking about the hypothetical people to you. That you have to try to get people to believe things that are not true. because you're so threatened by me. Yeah. Yeah. For you to spend your time manipulating a video, an out and out lie, not only is it shameful, not only is it slanderous, okay? But that's not even the trouble that I'm talking about. That's trouble. That'll come your way. But that's not even what I'm talking about is so much worse. And she doesn't even know it. No, your stupid video trying to make me look like I said something I didn't. Good try. And when my other attorney canceled on me in the 11th hour, and when I was calling around for other attorneys, and I had to call around for another one, I got another attorney, BBT. I spoke to a lovely woman. A woman. A woman. Okay. I was technically her client. And when I told her your name and I give her your last name, she said, wait a minute. Oh my gosh. Because I was in the process of sending her the retainer. I said, what? She said, I would love to represent you. Is when she said that she couldn't take my case. But I represent her ex-husband. I was hiring her, not knowing anything about you. And it would be a conflict of interest. When she had to tell me about a conflict of interest, and she also told me, then when she's getting the paperwork filled out, that you have wreaked havoc for people. She just said how much havoc you've wreaked in people's lives. Yes, she did. And for your ex-husband and your children. You put your children and your ex there. And for your ex-husband and your children. That's what she told me. That's what she told me.
And you want to say she didn't volunteer the little tidbit she did at the end?
And she most certainly did. She just said how much havoc you've wreaked in people's lives. And for your ex-husband and your children. So, you know what? You don't know what you're talking about. And for your ex-husband and your children. Believe it or not, I really don't care. She said, okay. She told me good luck with that. Oh my gosh. Because you have wreaked havoc on people's lives. That you have wreaked havoc for people. That's what she told me. And for your ex-husband and your children. As we hung up the phone. Believe it or not, I don't care. She said it as we were hanging up the phone. She wished me good luck. So that's how she gets shifts. There's another complete lie she tells these people. They're not listening to her anyway. Does anybody on the panel that remembers her want to talk about anything they remember? They're not. Does anybody else want to call in?
Okay.
Anybody else feel on the panel that remembers her, feel free to chime in there. They know it's not true because they watch us like hawks.
Yep.
BBT.
I do not. I just got here. I was got here 32 months ago.
But it doesn't matter because if she's going to say something hateful, that
I can say one thing about BBT, and that is that I had lots of people tell me, you know, they wanted to leave the channel because they couldn't stand the way she was acting.
Oh, Boston Bleach teeth.
I mean, you guys are just a kick in the pants. A kick in the pants. You were so funny. Twice.
I know, because it's and that's with bringing how many different people on the panel?
I just got here. I was got here 32 months ago.
Absolutely incredible that now you just issued a threat to me. But the funny thing is, Debbie should be worrying about a whole other thing. Good luck, Debbie. Good luck. BBT is going to go down.
Every breath you take, and every move you make, every bond you break, every step you take, I'll be watching you.
Don't you dare threaten us. Okay? And I'm really telling you, Debbie, you're in some hot water. And it's funny that you don't even know what's coming your way.
Hold, please.
That was,
Super interested
I don't
in
remember.
this.
That might
So
have
they
been Deborah
kept
Vancouver then.
asking. Okay, here you go. Well,
I'm watching.
Oh, wow.
Does he look like Bridge Guy? I'm starting to.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Oh my god, does he? No, it's like
No. Did you take him there to just to test that out?
Carol.
I can imagine you doing that.
the wood there.
Yeah, see the wood right there.
They put wood boards up over it.
Yeah. Yeah.
But in 2017, of course.
Her whole live stream. She let someone else just talk about it. Okay. And here's the words the woman said. Okay.
Oh no.
She goes back and forth from Abby and Libby to P Diddy on her screen. Watch her.
Okay.
Yeah.
What? She's silent. God, I don't say a word for 5 minutes and people leave and say, fuck it, I'm out of here. This
Posted just the video. It's interesting.
Taken.
36 minutes ago. Oh, it's upcoming? Oh, wait. Which one was it? Yesterday? 9 hours, 3 hours ago? Or, geez, You can't keep up. 22 hours ago.
Oh no, video.
I'm on community. Oh, from
Video.
Laura. I see it. I
Yeah.
see it.
Video. 3 hours.
Pay attention. You guys are going to love this.
I literally
Not
had
that.
no chin. It was just down
That's an
here.
ad.
And I'm like, you know what? Let me do chin and jowls. Let's just do it. And
Hi. How are you?
Hi, Laura.
Hi.
Hi. Hi. Oh boy, this is exciting.
It is.
What are Netflix searches?
Just jump right in. Don't even say like, "How are you? I'm doing great. How's the weather?" You know, you beat COVID. No, just jump right the fuck in. Just jump right in.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's see. So,
Jesus.
all right. I don't know if, so I'm not on video, right?
You're not on video.
Thank
You just have a
goodness.
black screen, and it actually says I'm talking to an iPhone.
Okay. All right. Let's see.
I'm just going to change your name to Laura, so it doesn't say iPhone.
I
Okay.
have a feeling this
That's
is
fine.
Okay.
in the true moment.
First of all, can I say it's lovely to talk to you.
Oh, it's lovely to talk to you too. I'm so super excited.
You sound it.
I've been watching you since way back in the day.
Really?
and-
Way back in what day? Way back in the what day? I've been back way the back in the day.
Way back.
That's called I never heard of you before.
Yes.
Way back.
Way back.
Way back.
Way.
And, you know, life's happened a lot since then. So,
Of course.
but yeah, so here's,
Right.
So here we are.
Here we are.
I know, right?
Fast forward from back in the day.
Delphi was in my backyard. So it's kind of what I grew up doing. And so I understand like what the girls went through, but I'm way older than them, but let's just
Wait, what?
say that
Wait, what?
girls went. It's kind of what I grew up doing. And so I understand like what the girls went through, but I'm way older than them, but let's just say that.
That's the only difference. She's way older than them. She can relate to what the girl. How?
Because she grew up in a place like
But
that.
she's older than them.
Yeah.
That's the only
That's the
difference.
difference.
Well, you're alive too, stupid.
Okay. So
okay, Claire, we got that. out of
let
the
me,
way.
if I can
knit,
email you a lot of things.
Oh,
So,
okay.
because I could read this off or,
Carolyn's like, I'm not reading.
let me see. So I did screenshot. Like, here's the thing is that, let me see. So I did, let me see for a lot of things. So,
okay.
because I could read this off or, let me see. So I did screenshot. Like, here's the thing is that they did. Oh, you're also going to hear my chunky chihuahua snoring.
Oh, that's okay. We're used to snoring. We have
Okay.
a lot of people have snoring.
If you've watched Carolyn's channel at all before, you're very used to people snoring. Okay, it's one of the side effects of watching Carolyn's channel. You kind of just pass out and start snoring.
Isn't that when you started watching it? It helped you go to sleep.
Whether you want to or not, you're just gonna fall over. So she's pretty used to snoring. Don't get it twisted.
It doesn't even bother me because she's just okay. Here we go. So, do you want me to read this, or I could email it to you to
You
read
can read
it?
it.
I'm not reading it.
Okay. All right. Well, so I feel like this is, I feel like they've done a lot like other searches, right? I feel like this is just tailored to one degree of things because it's obviously they didn't go through their,
So these are searches on the computers at the Allen's house?
Well, I'm not quite sure.
Oh, just make it up then.
I'm not quite sure. So those are great questions because I have other questions of like, so is this all the searches they've ever done from when to when, and like on how many devices and all that stuff? So I have a lot of questions about that. But here is what one news resource shared. And I will definitely if you can show something, I will definitely send it to you too.
Sure, you can send it and I can pull it up on the screen if you can
Yes,
see it.
because you're probably a better. Let's see. But I will be going back, and I am gonna definitely like walk across the bridge and
Oh,
hold on.
Be careful with that. That's
what?
really.
Why wouldn't you have done that before you've taken on the role of information giver? You're gonna now go back. So you're doing things in backwards order.
She's supposedly going to.
So you're gonna go to you're gonna go to the trial, and then you're gonna read about the case, and then walk across the bridge. Oh,
No, well, actually, I'll walk under the bridge.
Yeah, because Scooter's husband went on there, and it's
we
really-
just saw it. Don't worry, I showed them. Did you see that, Laura? You thought that was hilarious, Carolyn.
Well, yeah, I think that is
65 feet over. Yeah,
it's very high. It's I've only walked under it, and I think the thing that people need to hear is that like I have walked under it because I'm afraid of heights.
Mhm.
So I've gone up the creek, and it's a beautiful place. Like it's beautiful. There's different
It's a
parts.
beautiful place for a double murder, a double massacre. It's a gorgeous place. I can't wait to go back and smell the flowers and envision catch some butterflies and
Street and swim and
swim and hopefully you won't be killed. But other than that,
I mean, it's definitely gorgeous. But so
absolutely a gorgeous place, beautiful, absolute. Like it's
you
like
see the
it's like heaven on earth. It's beautiful.
bridge, and then I mean I can send you all this footage I have.
Never
So that
been.
when you walk across or you're under
When you walk across under
They're about to discuss their fear.
the bridge, it's beautiful. But that's
Is it beautiful? I think it's beautiful.
only like 1/6.
1/6. Who says 1/4, 1/3, one? It's only like 1/19. Who measures 1/6?
1/5 or whatever, I don't know, of the entire bridge.
right. Because
So-
they talk about like 3 bridges. It sounds like they talk about the Monon High Bridge, then they talk about a high bridge. Is that the same one, or and then they
Oh.
talk about something else?
It's called
Okay.
the Monon High Bridge. It's one bridge, Carolyn. Do you not know this? It's the
Great question. This is so great.
all of them are great. I mean, I don't know any of the answers, but they're great.
A question we get all the time is how do you do culinary school?
That's a great
online?
question.
And the way we do it is by focusing.
There are so many bridges. There's the Freedom Bridge.
There's one bridge, the Monon High Bridge. That's the bridge that the bridge guy. They didn't say the multiple bridges guys. They said the bridge guy. Oh, this gets
bridge. That's right.
We're only
all
4
different
minutes in, you
bridges,
guys.
right?
Mm-hmm.
So, okay, yes. So there's all different bridges, but the bridge that they walked across is okay. So the part that
The Monon High Bridge. Why is this so difficult? There's 2 people, 2 crime experts up here, and they're stuck on the name of the bridge.
Just wait. There's more.
but the bridge that they walked across
Come on, Kellen.
is
Capua.
okay. So the part that it's different. Like okay, so back in the day, like I guess the whole point is back in the day I would have judged like
Back in
oh
the
gosh,
day,
what parents let
2017. The trial's right now. What are you? Back in the day, what day?
their children go do this.
Oh, we're gonna now
But
judge.
I'm from that kind of city. Like
City.
we didn't have any
City. It's the most rural place. It's Delphi.
Listen.
I think there's 100 people that live there, maybe, and that's called the and that's when the city. She called Delphi a city.
No, she didn't. She said she's from.
I went to like 3 arches in my little city, which is still in Indiana.
Indiana?
So, well, so you know like it is such that's a way smaller town. So it's just like take away that of like it was just like 3 to 4. And they were going to drop them off and pick them up. That
Right.
very like okay. So they went there and you cross the bridge, and I could only walk under it, and I still
Really?
will do that. But the people that walk across so you can see the beauty part that's like way high up. I would say it's got to be like 100 feet.
Yeah,
like, if
it's
you fall
scary,
to the
right?
left
And there's no guardrails.
Oh,
yeah, I can't. Are you afraid of heights? Like,
You know, I'm not.
they didn't fall off the bridge. I mean, whether there were guardrails, whether there were fucking armed guards, whether there were dogs, whether there were, it doesn't matter. They didn't fall off.
Okay, I guess you would say I'm not, because I've gone across like a cable bridge that was that high. It had the rope. It was a rope on the sides, and I was fine. If we went across fast. And, yeah, I was chaperone for my daughter's 5th grade class, right? And then the little girl freaked out in front of me, right? And I was like, okay, Amanda, I'm right behind you. Don't worry about it. We're going to do this together. But she literally took so long to cross that cable bridge, and it was a long expanse, and it started to shake. And then, you know, I was like, well, I was okay, but now we're like here for what seems like forever. And we're, you know, it's like, we've got to go. The rope is like going into the bottom of, I had like Keds sneakers on or something. And I'm just like, this is crazy. And she finally, I mean, she was taking like the littlest steps. I thought we would never get across. And that was the only way to get across. That's why it was so important that she crossed it, because they said the whole class would have to like go back. And they were like, oh, come on. And I said, I'll get her to cross. Now, but that's the only, so I guess I'm not scared of heights, but it was just like too much time up there. But I know when I look at that bridge, without there being like guardrails, that would make me really nervous.
Thank you.
Like nothing to hold on to. You know what I mean? Yeah.
That's where I'm at. Is because, okay, so I went back to my hometown where, like, it's just okay. So we would go to we could cross 3 arches, right? So 3 arches the bridge. It was like, here's my nice little neighborhood, and then it was like, don't, you know, we weren't supposed to go back there. It was like, but it was still, I could see the houses, but we shouldn't go back there, right? So because there was graffiti and probably homeless.
Did you guys hear that? Graffiti. Did you hear the Laurie, stay sour milk. If I hear that you're near graffiti, you guys are going to be risk. It's not safe. I don't like graffiti. Okay, so stay away from it. All right.
People living under the bridge, but so, you know, we'd sometimes go there because it was like adventurous,
right?
But I remember us crossing it, and we thought, like, okay, so if there was a homeless man, you know, we thought homeless people.
So you thought 30 years before the bridge guy came across, you thought that if there was a homeless man that came across the same bridge that you walked across, this could be deadly? Okay, good.
Said the people grew up
bridges, like that's what they told us. If they traveled on the train tracks, like, or on the trains, and, you know, so we're like, if there was another person crossing, what would we do? It's like, well, we would wait back. We would never cross with another person because they would push us over or something like that.
Oh yeah,
and but we're cross with another person because they would push us over or something like that.
Oh yeah,
and
nothing like seeing the glass half full, huh? Why would someone push you over? Like,
but I thought they were coming on to talk about.
They were, Debbie. I mean, come on, Debbie. I come on to talk about fucking, you know, scrambled eggs, and I end up talking about fucking.
But you don't have a guest.
I am a true crime channel now. Okay, I'm a true crime channel.
But for me, I won't cross that bridge.
Oh, really? You go under the bridge? How many times are you going to say that? Let me guess. You go under the bridge and it's beautiful, right?
Not people are afraid of, like, the
heights. You think
the beams falling under them? That's not what I'm afraid of.
Beams falling under them. So you walk under the bridge where the beams fall. That's brilliant. Because you.
No, I'm afraid of somebody like being like, "There's a bee to your left."
Why don't you just
a bee?
A bumblebee?
A bee. You said that what she said?
That's not what I'm afraid of.
No,
I'm afraid of somebody like being like, "There's a bee to your left," and then I would just jump to my right, right? Like,
so if you're gonna jump off a bridge because of a bumblebee, is this bit?
Like, that's what I'm afraid of. I was like,
that's what you're afraid of. That's what I'm afraid of spiders.
She knows what they've been.
I'm afraid of spiders, but I can assure you, I'm not going to light my house down on fire. I'm not going to light my house on fire if I see one. Okay, And if I see a bumblebee, I ain't jumping off a bridge.
Like,
but you didn't go under anyway. Remember, you went under it.
I need a.
Psychiatrist.
I don't think I'm just gonna fall underneath the bridge. I don't think that, but I think that there needs to be guardrails, please.
You need to pre-screen your guests, Carolyn. Okay.
Thank you. Because I could trip. I could trip on my shoelaces.
You could trip. Why don't you get something tells me where you wear Velcro, okay? I'm going to just go out on a limb and say that you wear Velcro sneakers from Walmart, white ones, and you have black ones for special occasions.
Right,
No.
right. Or get dizzy or
Oh,
fall.
sure, absolutely, because that you obviously get dizzy on the bridge. I mean, the poor girls were murdered. None of this happened.
Like, yeah, something and just fall and then just, over a little bit too much and then, yeah.
And then forget about it. Carolyn, this is the most morbid channel I've either you're going to die, you're going to get robbed, you're going to get killed, someone's trying to get in your van, someone's trying to get in your fucking house. I mean, you got someone's trying to steal you at a kiosk, someone went up your dress, some Santa Claus went up your dress. I mean, there's been everything. You've been through it all. Someone at Target climbed a ladder and tried to steal her 3 times. She was almost murdered 55 times. She had a SWAT. She had a fucking pipe bomb. She had, I mean, this is everything.
Yes, and they have some kids that go out there and they're just like, they go onto one of the platforms and they lean over. That just makes me so nervous because it's like, well, don't lean over too much. But it's,
yeah,
so I would,
scary.
Yeah. So people, to me, I think I would be able to cross it fine, but I think
she said 47 times she'd never crossed that bridge. Now she'd be able to
have like a panic moment of like, I don't know. So, but the part is that when they crossed, the part that's beautiful.
They have a name. It's called Abby and Libby.
Beautiful and everything that everyone can see. That's very like open and which would be, you wouldn't expect some kidnapping to happen there. That's like 1/5 of the entire bridge.
She changed it from 1/6.
I thought it was 1/6 of the entire bridge. You wouldn't expect a kidnapping to happen there. Well, finally, we agree on one fucking thing that's come out of this bitch's mouth. Apparently, you grew up thinking you would. So, but you would think you would trip over your shoelace and fall over the edge, or get scared by a bumblebee and jump? Who is that petrified of a bumblebee that they're going to jump off a bridge?
So
doesn't listen to what she says, you guys.
The entire bridge, some kidnapping to happen there. That's like 1/5 of the entire bridge. So then the rest of it goes deep, deep, deep into the woods. It's like I wouldn't go there.
The rest of it goes deep, deep, deep into the woods. The 1/5.
She wouldn't go there.
First of all, it was the whatchamacallit. First of all, the bridge was 1/6, and then it got shortened to 1/5. Okay, and now only 1/5, right? Okay, goes is beautiful, and then the rest of it goes into the deep, deep, deep into the woods. Do you want me to? Yeah, hold on, you guys.
She's gonna put it up.
You guys.
Very soon.
You guys. I mean, I don't want to cry. I don't want to. And the worst thing is Carolyn, right? Doesn't fucking say a damn God word. Why doesn't she speak? Okay.
She asks riveting questions.
Look at you guys. Where does this bridge go? Deep into the woods. Deep, deep, deep into the woods. Deep, 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 deep into the woods. Deep. Right here, babe? Nope. No. Okay. Well, we'll go back to here. We'll hear her out, okay, you guys?
Like
what?
Which would be, you wouldn't expect some kidnapping to happen there. That's like 1/5 of the entire bridge. So then the rest of it goes deep, deep, deep into the woods. It's like I wouldn't go there, like whether it's a bridge or a trail or anything.
Yeah.
And so one of the things that they have found is that they have played the Bridge Guy video, and we're learning more about what was played on that.
Down the hill. That's what was played on that. That's the only thing that the public knows was played on that.
What was played is that I didn't get to see that. I've been other days.
She
so
didn't. Wait, what was played? She builds this all up, you guys. Builds it up, right? Did you hear that? Builds it up. Fuck, I think I just fucked it up. Might have to switch it. Did you hear that build up? You guys, what's come out since what's been on that recording? You guys, what was said, what was played was I didn't get to see it. That's exactly
She's been in court a lot.
what she said, this bitch. And Carolyn says nada. Can you imagine if someone said that on my panel? I'd go, excuse me? Say that again? Watch.
The Bridge Guy video.
Listen.
Is that things that they have found is that they have played the Bridge Guy video, and we're learning more about what was played on that.
This is the best.
What was played is that I didn't get to see that. I've been other days, so
We're learning more about what. Oh my God, they're building and and what was played. I didn't get to see that.
I've been other days. I really wish I had seen that day, but I did not. But what I will say is that they, it is kind of the Bridge Guy video. It's what you think, but
what
Libby
you think
was
the problem is we're not thinking. That's why you're here. You're supposed to tell us. What do you mean? What do we think? What
if we can take her like state of alarm? Like maybe she.
You mean Libby? This bitch is pissing me off.
Recorded, but she was kind of moving her phone up and down. Like, okay, this guy's kind of weird. Like, I'm getting a feeling that he's weird. So she's like kind of filming up and down, but like at that point, the girls are in a spot where, well, this is just my thoughts, but they're in a spot where it's like, let's not trigger him more. We're at the end of the path, So it's like, let's try to be polite, right? Let's try to not raise the alarm too much. So that's why she was moving her camera up and down. So that's the Bridge Guy video and then, so let's try to path up like state of seen that day. So, but I did not, but see that guy video, and we're learning more about what was played on that. What was played is that I didn't get to see that. I've been other days, so I've been other days. I really wish I had seen that day. So, but I did not. But what I will say is that they, it is kind of the Bridge Guy video. It's what you think, but Libby was if we can take her like state of alarm, like maybe she had recorded, but she was kind of moving her phone up and down. Like, okay, this guy's kind of weird. Like, I'm getting a feeling that he's weird. So she's like kind of filming up and down, but like at that point, the girls are in a spot where, well, this is just my thoughts, but they're in a spot where it's like, let's not trigger him more. We're at the end of the path, So
for 5 years.
It's like, let's try to be polite, right? Let's try to not raise the alarm too much. So that's why she was moving her camera up and down. So that's the Bridge Guy video and then, so he's walking fast. He meets up with him and he says, like, I guess he says, hi, and they say hi back. And then at some point you can hear the gun cock or whatever. And then you can hear, but there's no path. There's something, I think one of them says there's no path. There's no path to go on. So that like breaks my heart because that is, so he's like, well, no, down the hill. So I think they were being polite. Like, okay, so here's a publicly crossed thing.
Polite. They're being polite, as in like, okay, thank you, you're welcome. They were scared out of their mind, Carolyn. Why aren't you saying anything? This is your
She's about to talk about
Carolyn.
puppies.
This is your this is your freaking your guest. Why aren't you speaking?
You know, so we're crossing the bridge. Then we see you coming up. You've been kind of weird before. We saw you in the path. We're gonna step to the side, let you pass, sir. And
Sir?
instead, it was guys down the hill. Like there's no place to go. We got to go back over the bridge, right? Like you want to go back to where you came from.
And you said you think you hear a gun cocking it?
I haven't heard that.
What?
But that bridge. Then we see you coming up, thing, you know, polite, like, okay, so is it that, like, then and at some point you can hear the gun cock or whatever.
I mean,
and then at some point you can hear the gun cock or whatever, and then
you'll never procrastinate again once you understand this, because psychologists have recently discovered that the real reason why
think, you know, they're preparing to be like, well, why put, I don't really this and there after that were okay, so like there's photos here, and then they keep saying and the so many people that are going live.
I lost it.
So polite that a lot of times part had this former clear thinking.
You're gonna
so
nuts.
And way you could, and then another person could spin it this way, and
but you're right.
I just sit in there in this courtroom, or like this part of like YouTube and social media right now. There's people coming to the courthouse, and you could sit in there all day, and you could be on one side, and it could be spun this way. You could, and then another person could spin it this way, and I just need some reality, like to report.
So you came here.
So
wait, whoa. You definitely came to the wrong place. I don't want to bust your bulbs, ma'am. We need to, ma'am. You know that you came to the wrong place, right? If you want reality, and don't come here if you want it either. So I'm not saying I'm the place to get it, but you definitely aren't at the right place. Okay, faux show. And thank you guys, all you haters, and thank you for the people that have donated and helped that channel out, because I'm gonna have to monetize now because people suck. So say goodbye to our music, say goodbye to my soundboard, say goodbye to it all the fun stuff that everybody copies BBT creating, because we have stupid people in our haters, scorned lovers that want to lie and manipulate and cancel my PayPal twice for no reason. So thank you though for those who have tried to put this loon in her place and say, you know what? You're not going to stop us from donating to BBT. Watch this. Was that good? Was that good? Was that good, you guys? Did that work? Did it work? Let's see if it worked. Debbie, did it work? Check your PayPal. Did it? Check it. Did it work? That was a good one.
And 17 burgers.
That was a good one, huh, Laurie? Was that a good one? Come on, BBT. That was a good one. Let's see if it works. Come on, Aussie Ellison. I know you're out there listening. Come on. That means you too. Cheap motherfucker. I'm joking. Stop it.
Yes. So I would say
I knew I wasn't mic'd.
Yes, you're correct. Like, so she had the diligence. Yes. So, and be spun this way. You could, and then another person could spin it this way. And
you are so right.
I just need some reality. Like,
I need you guys. I'm going to tell you something right now. Debbie has triggered my fucking changed my entire world. I'm gonna need about $79.99 to get all the apps that I need to prove some shit. It's you know what? Let's just round it up to 100. And you know what? I will show receipts, and I will even let you guys order the apps if you want to. That's how bad I want them. Okay. The only problem is I don't want to reveal what apps they are. Don't say them, Debbie. Okay. So there's so many of them, but none of them are free. They're when this used to start, this started in 2019. Debbie and I did this, right? Debbie, think of what we used to have to do. We used to do it by hand. We were doing this shit by hand, right? Now it does it for you. Listen, and Carolyn definitely knows. And secondly, I just can't keep up with Carolyn because I don't have a big enough community that I guilt into saying that it's my taxes that I have to pay. I'm too honest. I have to pay my taxes, and Jimmy's truck broke down. So, if you guys don't pay me, then get the fuck out and I'll tell all your secrets. How about that? And show your emails. How about that? Yeah, see, I don't do that. But, oh my God, the things you guys that I could do with editing oh my God, the world that I stumbled across, you guys.
Back to.
You have no idea. Carolyn's going to hate me.
Yes. So I would say, yes, you're correct. Like, so she had the diligence and
just like the clear thinking to get that video, you know what I mean? And then something you said about they're polite. And that's like, I had, I don't know if you saw, I had this former deputy sheriff on, and then her partner, and they were talking about like how as women, we are trained to be so polite.
Yeah.
And we treat our daughter, train them to be so polite that a lot of times.
No, I train my daughter. If you see a creepy guy coming near you, you run the fuck away. You don't have to ever be polite to anyone, especially a stranger. I don't know what you're teaching your kid, Carolyn, but I'm teaching my kid to run the fuck away. Okay, you never are polite to anyone you don't know. And if and I'll tell you another thing that my kids know from day one is that if somebody comes up to them and says, "Oh, because I'm divorced," so somebody comes up and says, your mother told me to pick you up. I'm here. I'm your mother's friend. She told me to pick you up. They know that to ask for a safe word. We have a word that they know. If that's true, if you really did talk to my mother, then you're going to know the word. And I'm not saying the word, but they know that if they ever are told, oh, my mother told you this, my mother said that, your mother, not my mother, your mother said this, or your mother said that, or your mother said, anything like that. My kids would, the first words out of their mouth is going to say, what's the secret word? And if that person doesn't know the secret word, they're lying and to run away. So no, kids aren't taught to be polite. And if they are, I don't know where you're going with this fucking, you're crazy.
Be screaming, no, but no, train them to be so polite that a lot of times we should be screaming, no, but.
You know what else I trained my kids to do? If somebody grabs them, to scratch them because their DNA will go onto their fingernails. And I explained the entire reason why you have to scratch somebody. If you ever are in a position where someone you're held, you scratch them on anywhere on their body so that their DNA will go into your fingernails and they'll find who it is. That's all you have to do is scratch. It's true.
Find yourself in a really bad situation because you're trying to be polite.
Who?
And you're not realizing how much danger. That just struck me when you said they were trying to be polite. Like,
Oh, so there's just, I would love to, when I go into the court and I sign to come live with you, because there are so many people when I go into the court and I sign to come live with you, because there are so many people that are going live and making thousands of dollars a night for Richard Allen, supporting Richard Allen. It's like, well, we don't know, guys. Like, we don't know, but I know that the families can't even. All right, I'll just put that aside. But so yes, but now all through the the prosecution has laid out their case, okay, and in the cross from the defense, I will say they keep saying some things that it's leading me to think. They keep saying, oh, could they hear? Could you hear from there? Could they hear? And then when I saw the girl's wounds, the the coroner's photos.
Yeah.
The questions after that were, okay, so like here's where her throat was cut, here and there and there and there. So could they scream? Okay, how long would they be alive past this?
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's kind of sick. I don't really, I think they're preparing to be like, well, why couldn't they scream? Well, how?
It's the coroner's report. It's not sick. It's science. It's not sick. It's not. It's science. It's horrific. It's unsettling. It's tragic. It is brutal, but it is not gross. It's not sick. It's not yucky. It's not. I mean, you're talking to a lady who practically sold autopsy photos. She doesn't have a problem with them, okay?
How could one man, a tiny man is what they call
a tiny man? Why are you making fun of her husband? Okay? Leave him out of this, okay? She doesn't like when you make fun of her husband's size, all right? Take it from me. I am very well versed in his 4'9" Jimmy.
Get two girls to go down
a gun, a SIG with a cycled bullet. That's how he got.
You're saying that his size, his height would matter whether or not he could convince
Yeah,
her to...
I guess.
The hill and control them. And I think that it was, I could say that I think that it was, nobody thought this was going to happen. And I think the level of threat, if they would have just started screaming right then and there.
Well,
who would have?
What
if they would have started screaming right when and there? How do you know they didn't? And he had a gun and said, "If you scream, I will kill you." They were kids.
If he had, maybe that's the reason he had the gun.
Bingo.
Because couldn't he hold the gun on one and use the other? You know what I mean? Use a box cutter in one hand and hold the gun on the other one.
Yeah.
Don't move.
Great. So I'm going to play.
Or go down the hill.
Advocate. So I'll say what but the other one, even when she got her throat jabbed in, she could still scream for 5 minutes.
I don't know. We could go straight into shock and, you know what I mean? And just, I don't know. I don't think you could scream. I don't think you wouldn't. And I think he probably told them to shut up, or, who knows what they were thinking. Like the one that if he's holding a gun on one and she's thinking, don't scream because he'll shoot. I don't know. It is, I have to say, like, what do you think? Do you think he did this alone?
Attention retirees, if you're willing to be at your computer from 9 a.m. to 10:45 a.m.
I do, but I have been through.
She just explained how he could never have done it alone because of his size. That they would scream. He could never control two people. And then she says, "Do you think he did it alone?" She says, "I do."
I do, but I have been through. I've been down all the rabbit holes. I really have. I've been through thinking there's no way it can be and all this, but then all these some of these YouTubers that put out these channels that are saying here's episode 29, here's episode 57. We're gonna lay it out here. The family's guilty. Here's but then make the plane land. So I was on board for conspiracies up to a certain point. And it's if you're making 37 planes take off, can you not?
Are we at an airport? What the fuck is she talking? Planes? Like jet planes? I'm being serious. I don't know what she's. What is she? Why are we talking about planes? What?
Make one land. If you can't, then I have been I traveled down those roads.
For the
I
play?
really have. I was definitely not like a pro cross. Like it's definitely two sided. Like
Yeah, it's called the defense and the prosecution. It is two-sided. What the? This is a riveting guest. You guys, I'm going to start getting guests on because I didn't know they had this much
Maybe you could get
information.
her to come over here.
I mean, this is some information that I had no idea existed. I'll tell you, whoever Laura is, she must be the version. She must. Carolyn, you got to bump up your subscription. Okay, go for the higher, the professional level.
pro prosecution, or they call it defense daddies. So,
Defense daddy.
But so I think what is going to
Look at Carolyn's face. Literally look at Carolyn's face. If imagine getting interviewed by somebody like that, by her, I would literally hang up on her and say you should take some like she looks like she's you. Here, I'll show you what she looks like. You guys keep listening.
This is like what's going to be coming up in the next week is then the defense laying out their case. And so by their cross, enough times that they asked, could you hear?
What?
Could they hear? Could you hear this from here? Like, and
No.
here's is why I
Hold on.
wanted to talk to you about this is
Hold
like
on.
what's good pro prosecution or pro cross. Like I traveled down those roads. I really have. I was definitely not like a pro cross. Like it's definitely two sided. Like
Yeah.
pro prosecution, or they call it defense daddies. So, but so I think what is going to why I wanted to talk to you about this is like what's going to be coming up in the next week is then
the prosecution they arrested. What is she talking about?
the defense laying out their case, and so by their cross, enough times that they asked, "Could you hear? Could they hear? Could you hear this from here?" Like, and to me, it's just like if these were intelligent girls, they just don't see somebody that looks creepy and just scream from the top of their lungs, right? Like
what?
Right. It goes along with like the polite stuff. Like, what if I'm wrong about this person, right? What if, yeah.
Then you live. What if you're wrong? This is what I have two daughters.
Intelligent.
What if you're wrong about this person? Then you live. Nothing would happen. Right. This is what I say. You will not be in trouble. Right. You will not get in trouble. You scream as loud as you can. You run.
Has
you
nothing to do with intelligence.
Exactly. Or being nice. Or being courteous. You think how do they know they didn't scream? When you have a gun to your back, that's what it did. It wasn't that they wanted to be nice, you two blooming idiots.
About to be a puppy.
Like, serious? You think you offered her them pieces of candy? Let me guess. That's next to a candy.
I think that falls right in line with that.
You do know that they were talking to these people online the night before, right? They were. I mean, you get.
Yes. So they are.
I can't with them.
Analyzing the threat level here. So at first, it's like they're being polite because maybe if they actually filmed him, then maybe that would set him off.
And we don't know
what. You think that she said this happened because they got caught filming him? What?
Threat level here. So at first, it's like they're being polite because maybe if they actually filmed him, then maybe that would set him off.
And we don't know what he said like about getting off, but maybe he said, I lost, like crazy thing. Okay. I lost my dog. Where is it?
That came from Carolyn, just to be clear. I mean, I can call this other idiot an idiot all night long. But Carolyn, you're looking still a little jaundiced. I mean, we talked about this the other night. You need to spend some time either in a tanning booth or get a new filter. But your jaundice has not improved. You what are those incubator thing called? You need an incubator. Okay, maybe 10 minutes, 20 minutes. I don't know, but your jaundice has not improved. Check your bilirubin.
Can you help me look for him? He's over here, please.
What you?
Just something. How do we know how we got them down?
A gun! You idiot!
The video didn't say it
You
down?
could hear the gun. That's why there was a bullet that was at. Oh my, Carolyn, is she? You can't theorize during a trial when the evidence has been laid out and they arrested already. There's no room for theorization. Is that a word?
Carolyn's still talking about Gypsy. So
That's true.
We're thinking he got them down.
God damn it! Don't you talk about those Watts?
Down with a gun or something. How he got them down? We're thinking he got them down with a gun.
You just said a puppy dog.
We're thinking.
Well, no, you're not thinking. That's what came out.
Something threatening. But what if he didn't?
He did.
So well, now I have some more answers for you, so that he.
Don't give any answers yet.
But there's still so many people that want to doubt this, and it's okay. So now that we're getting the answers, so Libby was still kind of innocent. She's kind of filming up and down.
Mm-hmm.
They were able to stabilize it, so it was kind of a thing where I think the threat.
The girl was so advanced. Her parents said they're not surprised that she did this because she had a heightened sense of the ability to sense fear. And remember, and I will say, my daughter was tested a long time ago, and the findings in my daughter's testing, they said exactly that. They said she had the ability, awareness, and the maturity and the ability, and she did. My other daughter wouldn't notice if she was on top of the boogeyman, but my older daughter would sense a bad person when we were in New York, and she would point and say that person's a bad person. Like, she would get a look. I'm telling you, some kids, and they said she was able to do that, and her parents said they were not surprised that she triggered. She took that camera on purpose. She did that intentionally. You idiots. Don't take that away from her. My God, it wasn't an accident, Carolyn. God, I hate her.
She said it was innocent at first.
Yeah, it wasn't innocent. No, she took that picture because she knew what was going to happen. And she knew if I can get a picture of him, somebody will find this guy. And they did.
It's called threat level 2, or something's off, but they thought maybe okay, well, we'll move to this side and this man will pass us.
What? I know.
And so that's why she was kind of trying to film Abby. And then so they've definitely used NASA and other.
Wasn't she?
So they've definitely used NASA and other.
Wasn't
so they've definitely used NASA and other.
Wasn't she filming it wait, didn't she get behind her? Wasn't she filming it straight ahead? I thought she was filming almost wasn't she filming it?
Definitely used NASA and other.
Wasn't she filming it wait, didn't she get
other?
Wasn't
so they've definitely used NASA and other.
I bet you they had a Nikon. It was 2017, Laura. Okay, they weren't connected to NASA. She absolutely knew they were talking to these guys the night before, probably. I don't even want to know the statistic of young girls that do this every night. Okay. But I do know the statistics of how many men do this every night. Okay. So they planned to meet up with who they thought was a teenage hot boy, 2 years, 3 years older than them. Okay. Mm-hmm. When they saw who was approaching them, they knew immediately we're fucked. And they took that camera and she intentionally started filming who she probably knew at that moment was going to be her murderer because he had a gun in his hand. And they said a gun. And they heard on the camera, they heard on her recording gun. And we didn't know that until it came out in the trial. So it just came out.
But she hadn't seen
it. She didn't see it. But previous to the trial right now, that's happening right now, prior to the trial that's happening, all we knew as a public on that video was down the hill. Beyond that, it was all speculation. Nobody knew that they said gun.
And Carolyn thinks she was catfished, by the way.
Yeah, Carolyn was catfish. Poor Carolyn.
By J Bell.
Yeah, by J Bell.
That's true catfishing.
Yes,
right
this
there.
is true catfishing. Yes, and they not only catfished, they catfished almost twice. That's why there are three. That's why there are three. Whatchamacallit, those portraits of them. What are those things called?
Oh, different. Yeah,
Were they
the drawings?
the what the fuck is that name? Word retrieval. Word retrieval.
We don't have Rhonda.
I want to say it starts with an S, doesn't it? When the police do
like a mugshot, but it's drawn.
Yeah, what are those things called when the police do a sketch? The police
Come
the
on,
wanted
lurkers.
sketch.
Come on, lurkers, come up and tell us.
I know. Oh, where's Siri? What is a police sketch called? What is it called when the police sketch somebody that's wanted?
An identikit is a drawing of the face of someone the police want.
Not an identikit.
Well, that's in Australia.
Oh yeah,
That's what I found.
that's funny because I have my thing on Australia because I'm practically Australian. You guys
You're
know that.
honorary Australian.
So I have Siri on Australian, so she probably only
It's
speaks.
probably called an identikit.
Yeah.
So what's the American term for
Anyways, you know, whatever that was, that's why they were so significantly different because they were looking for the wrong person.
Oh, really?
They used the wrong, because that's catfishing. Get it? The person that showed up used an image of somebody else.
Yeah,
That's true catfishing.
I didn't think any of those looked like a team.
Is what I'm saying, right? Is what I'm saying. Yeah, one did. One did. He was a cop in Canada. He was fucking.
they do
He was
show 'em.
fucking gorgeous. That's what I'm saying. I would have showed up. He was fucking. He was. That's what I'm saying. That's a catfish. That's true catfishing. And then you think anyone was going to show up if that fucking bridge guy used his picture? Of course not. Shit, but Carolyn was catfished. J Bell's catfished Carolyn.
Yeah.
You know that, you guys. Come
It
on.
smells like J Bell's story.
J Bell's. We lost. Oh, damn it. I lost it. Oh, no, I didn't. Hold on. I don't want to lose this. This gets better and better.
We didn't even watch the end.
Like this. Where do you see this? What this bitch said? This gets better and better.
Wasn't she filming it like? Wait, didn't she
Carolyn
get?
tries to cover for her, and we're going to explain to you. We're going to explain to you why soon enough, because you guys are going to take some class. We're going to start our class soon. We're going to do it on Patreon, so you're going to have
school.
Yeah, we're going to be doing. I'll reveal the details in the syllabus soon. Okay, but it's going to be serious.
On Patreon.
Okay, it's going to be technology manipulation tactics. Yep. And Carolyn
behind her, wasn't she
and
filming
people
it
that
like
try and fail miserably.
straight ahead? I thought she
Like, what's her
was
name?
filming almost like a selfie, and she got the other girl in the back, like walking towards. No, trying to remember. if they-
I didn't see the actual video, but I've heard that. But people that have seen it, they said that it's more of she does film forward.
It's gonna be how using technology to manipulate destination.
And
That's
she
the course-
is
that's
asking
the name of the
questions, but
first course.
She's pretending that she's not filming. So she's going kind of up and down with her camera. So
Okay.
it does get bridge guy in one like quick shot.
That's what it is.
And then he's upon Abby way quicker than they could have imagined. And then they trip down the hill and then
They
the video
didn't trip down the hill, and the video stopped. That's what she said. They tripped down the hill and the video stopped. You forgot all the part where they said down the hill and they said gun, and they heard the gun. They heard them say gun, right? But they also heard him. They heard him I forget the name of it. It's cycle the gun. They heard him cycle it. So that's when he cycled the gun, meaning when he like, you know what I mean, to scare the shit out of them, right? That he cycled. That's what I'm saying.
They heard that on.
They didn't trip down the hill, you idiot, and lose the camera. Listen,
he way quicker than they could have imagined, and then they tripped down the hill, and then the video stopped.
What's wrong with these burger buns? They taste perfectly delicious, but due to a production mishap, their bottoms are slightly curved instead of flat. Traditional grocery stores wouldn't sell these in perfect.
So people definitely saw the video. I did not. There's parts I have seen. So that is definitely but you know, we've always been wanting some answers for this case. So there are some answers. So I can give you that. It's that happened. So people were like, you know, they wanted to make a big conspiracy theory about like, there was never that video, that never happened. Well,
What?
you know, okay. So now they know that happened. So let's go from there.
There was never
And
that
then
video. That never happened.
What other questions you had?
My other questions I had was that, like, could he have,
So let's go from there. For that video, that never happened. Well, you know, okay.
Look at-
So now they know that happened. There was never that video, that never happened. Well, you know, okay. So now they know that happened. So let's go from there. And then what other questions you had?
I have 1/6 of a question.
my other questions I had was that, like, could he have
You don't even have any.
not like scared them off that, but made up some kind of excuse why, can you come on down?
He said, "Get down the hill. I have a gun." Click, click. Did you hear them say gun? They didn't stop and talk and say, "Do you want hot chocolate?" I mean, Carolyn, you act like you never heard of this case. What the hell is wrong with her? Like, I'm being serious. Like, why are you speculating on things that the prosecution rested? What?
Can we go down the hill? I want to show you, see there, I lost my dog. Could you help me look for him? I lost my son. I lost my daughter, daughter. Can you help me look for it? Like, we don't know, like, could there possibly be a reason that wasn't that he was
a gun? There was a reason. It was a gun, Carolyn. Are you kidding me? They're not 4 years old. They're not going to go find a little puppy. They were writing to somebody they were meeting at the bridge the next day. What? Oh, you're here to. What are the odds that they knew right away? Why would they film somebody that wanted help finding a puppy? You weirdo. What? And why would they have a gun to need to get someone to help them to find a puppy?
It's like,
hey, I have a sawed-off shotgun. Will you help me come find my puppy? And you don't think they thought something was
really scaring them? They might have felt like, this isn't right. This doesn't feel right. But did he have some kind of a
gun
ploy, to get them down there? That was.
Oh, I think it was at that point, like when it was, he had advanced upon them so much. And it was already at the, like, it's like the, let's say, like the back alley of a back alley of a back alley. That's what it feels like.
Oh, so yes, thank you.
Thank
you, Aussie. You're my rock star.
She almost passed out.
He had advanced upon them so much, and it was already at the, like, it's like the, let's say, like,
listen to this.
The back alley of a back alley of a back alley. That's what it feels like. So like, that's what, and they were shocked. There's no path to go on. So yeah, if they would have ran deeper into the woods, maybe like, a mile in, they would have gotten to like another neighborhood. But when you're a kid, you don't, I don't know, when I was 13, 14, I didn't really even visualize that. So if I was at, my parents dropped me off at like this place we called Brum Woods or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I could see houses in the background, but like if there was a creepy guy, I probably still would have ran towards the front.
What?
Like, so
you're blaming the victims?
It was like the perfect trap. So he got them at the right time at the very, very end of the bridge, and there was no place to go. So it was very quick, and it was like, well, hi. There's no. He's like, down the hill, and they go, there's no path. There's no path.
What?
He goes down. So I think they said, no, there's no path, and he goes down the hill.
What?
And it happened really quickly.
But so when they're on that part of the bridge, how do they get down the hill?
She doesn't know.
Okay, so
because they're up really high at this point, right?
yes. Okay, so they're up really high, and so they call it north to south. It confuses me. So let's say the beginning to the end of the bridge. So the beginning of the bridge, they've now made it like tourists can go out there, you know, to a certain degree.
What?
But tourists can go out there, you know, to a certain degree. But still, like if you cross the bridge, I can show you a video of someone crossing the bridge, walking across it. It takes her about 6 minutes. She's hitting every, you know, to me, I would panic right or left.
Yeah, we
but
know.
She crosses it.
We know, you go under the bridge.
And so when you go over, I guess, the part of the creek that's very beautiful, wide open, that's, again, the first, like, fifth of this bridge. So
I thought it was the sixth.
After that, you are kind of going into, like it's getting creepy.
What?
And so it is a scenario of like, oh, well, maybe this guy's coming back because he owns the land over here or something. So let's just get off the bridge and let him pass.
What the
and then we'll pass back over. And instead he came up really quick and was like, no, guys, down the hill.
Seriously.
Yeah, I'm just pulling up a picture of it because it's just
That's so
Now she hides herself. Look.
You know. Don't reveal.
No, I would definitely like
we gotta reveal this very carefully.
Why are women everywhere
This
choosing
lady's
IBS,
nuts.
the new tummy tuck alternative? I got the tummy tuck result.
Is it? I'm just wondering, like, where, because how? Yeah, you have to go. How far did they have to walk?
This has been
to get to the point where they could go down the hill.
Great question. No, it was right there.
Okay, they were all the way at that. Okay.
Right at the end, show you I have definitely walked where I think they crossed. So
you said you.
I don't know if I can show you tonight, but I will definitely walk it. But so I mean, it's like the end of it's like kind of meeting somebody in the end of like the dusty or like the abandoned parking lot. Like it really is this.
What the hell?
So other people are like, well, why didn't they run to the house? And
No,
like they're
it's not
13 and 14. And
yeah. And they probably weren't like thinking anything like that, you know, or
no. And when you don't have like my parents, like it was a very logical thing. Like, I don't know.
What?
They were responsible girls. They really were. So the rumors that are being portrayed about them, is very like that's really heartbreaking.
Who's talking about?
Yeah, that's hard.
What are the rumors that are being portrayed? That's a weird statement, huh, Debbie?
That's what she's been saying.
That's a familiar statement. Who would say that? There's only a few people that say that.
Those are the airplanes she's talking about.
Yeah. What? Who are the rumors? You're the only one that's blaming them.
YouTube.
She's the only one that
YouTube.
She is literally the only one that I've heard blame them ever. Just for the record, Carolyn, and I've watched a lot of YouTubers on this. She's the only one I have ever heard blame them and say they should have ran or should have screamed. Just for the record, Carolyn.
And I know you dealt with like doxing and all these kind of things. So that's what I think is the family is dealing with right now, and it's horrible.
The family's dealing. That sounds familiar too, Debbie, huh?
So Carolyn has dealt with doxing.
Carolyn is so she can identify with Delphi. Is that what this? Why would that lady say that, Debbie?
I don't know.
That's a weird thing for that lady to just
been
randomly say about Carolyn.
Yeah.
Well, how would she know that?
She's been around since back in the day.
Lady, you do know the Carolyn's the biggest doxer around, don't you? I mean, she is the biggest doxer, the only doxer. In real life, she's a real lifer and a doxer. So, but she can identify with Delphi. Is that what that bitch said? And Carolyn doesn't even say anything. Carolyn doesn't say, "Oh no, my." And who's doxing the Delphi? No, people are very respectful to that family.
Yeah, she's equating Carolyn to the Delphi family.
Exactly, of course.
She's equating herself to understanding what they went through.
And the thing is, Debbie, is people are very respectful to the Delphi family. Why wouldn't they be? I've never heard them being. They're not being like harassed or anything. So Carolyn, what are you trying to insinuate again? Carolyn just loves to insinuate like that. All these people are being harassed. Who? By who?
Just like her.
Yeah, exactly. That's right, Debbie. Just like her. Absolutely just like her. Fucking unreal. I'll tell you what.
Right.
It's not over.
Terrible.
Look at her.
So then he got them down the hill, and then supposedly, right, what they're saying is that he was going to do something, essay them, but then the van came upon him and he freaked out and he couldn't do it. So then he just killed them.
So this is all new. That part is definitely new information. But yes. So I still even need to kind of like gather that. I could show you some videos of definitely I'll walk through it and show you exactly the path. I won't cross the bridge, but they also now, because they don't let you cross the bridge.
Well, now I'm seeing
Well, why didn't
pictures.
you say that
They
in
have
the beginning?
guardrails on it.
That first, the first part of it.
Okay.
So, right now they're making it like safe and now it's like you go out there, it's like going to the zoo on like a field trip.
Right.
It's
I'm
like,
looking
oh,
at it
there's
now.
that.
Yeah. It got guardrails and it looks like it even has, I don't know what they put on there. It almost looks like vinyl on the floor. I don't know. Oh, yeah.
It's like you go out there, it's like going to the zoo on like a field trip.
Right.
It's
I'm
like,
looking
oh,
at it
there's
now.
that.
Yeah. It got guardrails and it looks like it even has.
No, I definitely walked the creek and I can show you where they walked across. So I still need to wait for a little more information to find out if they went straight across or if they went kind of horizontal. I've got those videos for you. So he definitely, I guess the thing is that some people are saying they couldn't believe that this all happened in the middle of the day and that one man did.
You already
did it.
said that. She says, I walked the creek where the girls crossed. I'll give you the video, and someday I'm gonna walk the creek where they listen.
He definitely. There's the creek, and I can.
On there, it got guardrails.
Like you go out there, it's like going to the. Now they're making it like safe and now.
Okay.
So
again, they didn't.
Right now they're making it like safe and now it's like you go out there, it's like going to the zoo on like a field trip.
Right. I'm looking at it
there's
now.
that.
Yeah. It got guardrails
Only
and
one
it looks
person
like it
that
even
was
has.
I mean,
I
this
don't know
is
what they
scary.
put on there. It almost looks like vinyl on the floor. But I can't.
So the bridge goes out to a certain point. No, I definitely walked the creek and I can show you where they walked across. So I still need to wait for a little more information to find out if they went straight across or if they went kind of horizontal. I've got those videos for you. So he definitely, I guess the thing is that some people are saying they couldn't believe that this all happened in the middle of the day and that one man did it. So it seems like the gruesome crime scene doesn't match Richard Allen. All right, I get that because he doesn't seem to have a history. However, I get that because he doesn't match Richard Allen. All right, I get that because he doesn't seem to have a history. However, Allen did it. So it seems like the gruesome crime scene doesn't match Richard Allen. All right, I get that because he doesn't seem to have a history. However, we just don't know what we don't know yet. So
we just don't know what we don't know yet. Boy, that's fucking. I told you guys, I always say, I never said you're going to get more intelligent if you come to my channel. And there's a huge possibility that you're going to get a lot dumber. Okay.
Listen to the great question she has coming up.
And we don't know what we don't know yet. All right. Okay. And if we did know what we knew, then we'd know already.
There are many channels that have talked about like him being
Who says it?
at when he was a Walmart. What was it? He was their supervisor, and there were two girls that were a couple, and I guess they were kind of teenage-ish, college age, working together. And he would always he'd follow them into the bathroom, and he would, if they drove somewhere, he'd like, I'm gonna go with you. And he's like, well, what if we all hang out together, us three, like kind of things. So, and they're like, we just knew he was creepy, but we just never thought he would hurt somebody. So this Richard Allen is completely innocent shtick is like, maybe, but like, let's just wait till all of it comes out.
Yeah.
So there is bad grammar. His Google searches are going to be out, or his internet searches, like maybe, but right now, one of the things that was released is at least his Netflix searches. So I sent you that if you want to.
Oh, okay. Yeah, let me get that.
That's new.
Yeah, it's just that you just wish they had some more evidence linking him, but his wife standing by him.
Oh, they do.
Oh, they do.
Is so yeah, they do. Why do you think she's standing by him? Is that just for her own image and for the family's image, or?
Okay, so I can definitely talk on this because I have sat behind, like, there's no cameras in the courtroom. I've sat behind her last June. And then
what about the trial right now?
There's a 3-day hearing recently, so I've sat behind her almost every time I've been in the courtroom. And I would say that last June, June 2023.
Yeah.
No, June. Yes.
Last June is June 2024. But do you mean 2023? That would be. Yeah, it's June 2023.
2023,
right?
Yeah. Right. Okay. So they had a last June. Yeah. Right. Okay. So they had a full day hearing, and that's when.
Hold on, Debbie. Hold on, you guys, 1 second.
That would be. Yeah, it's June 2023.
2023. So
right.
Last June.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So they had a 2023. So
right.
Last June.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So they had a full day hearing, and that's when. So I sat behind her, and basically every time I've gone to the courtroom since, about 10 times, I always it just happens to be I sit right behind her.
Right.
So, I do watch her mannerisms. I mean, his daughter never goes. I mean, it's just been her and her mother. So his daughter doesn't go. So what I think about Kathy is that she is not sure, and she's literally kind of manipulated by him, and also manipulated a little bit by the defense attorneys, because there is, when he's in his confessions, he's called her and said, I want to confess. And she's like, no, you wouldn't do that. No, don't do that. And then she says, well, we're going to call Brad. Well, that's and then that kind of stops.
What? And that kind of stuff.
Okay, so these things I can read these out now. Let me see. So this is around August of 2022. Richard Allen.
So
okay, so these
and call Brad, and then and then that kind of stops. So
Squirrel, is this lady? She has the same ADD that Carolyn has.
Okay, so these things, I can read these out now. Let me see. So this is around August of 2022. Richard Allen searched for Delphi murder updates, Texas elementary school shooting, disturbing and terrifying things on Netflix, more searches for Delphi, murder updates, and just Delphi in general. In October of 2022, last entry, it says, best kidnapping and hostage movies ever made.
That would go nowhere. Are you kidding me? My searches are 10 times worse than that. I mean, seriously?
Against his will, in parentheses, a movie. Man held hostage by a teen. Killing of a sacred deer. And then it says May of 2020.
I know.
Search Delphi murders, news stories about Delphi, rifle ranges and applied ballistics.
That one I
and then
would
it says April of 2022. Should I die now? Most disturbing movie ever. What is the darkest? And then 4 asterisks, I guess is for SHIT on Netflix. Okay, so those are Google searches.
Oh, she's supposed to be back tomorrow with more information.
Okay, so okay, my devil's advocate here, right?
Oh.
So did they not find any searches in 2017, 2018, 2019? Were his devices
right question
gone from, at that time?
Okay, good question. So I
they're
also
all
don't know where
good.
they pulled this from, because it sounds like they're only like, I know that they have more Google searches, like they have more. They haven't released it, so I don't know why they only like did one category. But I will say that the one thing that stands out is that he has so many phones, and the one phone that they cannot find or was missing is the 2017 phone.
But maybe J-Bells has it.
That's the phone that is apparently missing.
J-Bells.
So
Okay, but here's something else. If they know his, can't they get that from his,
This is getting good.
It's kept in the cloud somewhere,
Wow.
or they don't have anything that they can get from his phone? I'm trying to think, like,
you're trying to think?
Everything transfers over from my phone to my phone to my phone from as long as I've had an iPhone, right?
Oh my good God.
Yeah. Did she have problems with that before?
So is there nothing
Did you
that
get
they
that?
can get from him?
So then you must still have the video where I mocked your deceased son, then, right? And you must still have the video of the recorded calls. You have 15 minutes, and I recorded 15 because I ran down. And then you must also have the one where, what else did I do? Oh, the one where I talked about Jimmy and Jimmy's murder victim. Do you have those 3? Because they must be on your cloud, right? Can you grab them? Thank you. Oh, wait.
17, 2018, 2019, from that day.
no, I think there is. I just think that we haven't heard it yet.
But
So
you
those
think
are
the
good- those are great
prosecution would have brought it out, wouldn't they? They rested their case.
They rested their case, and then they laid out all of his searches. And so only one knew out all of his
case.
They rested their case, and then they laid out all of his searches. And so only
Prosecution would have brought it out, wouldn't they?
Laid out all of
their case.
They rested their case, and then they laid out all of his searches. And so only
I'm going to educate you guys. This might be the only thing you'll learn on this channel. When you rest your case, you rest your case. You don't bring out any more evidence. You don't bring out evidence after you rest. If you are going to bring out evidence, then you don't rest your case because you still have evidence to show. It's like when you're done doing your job at the end of the day, you rest your case. If you still have your work to do, then you don't rest your case. Does that make sense, my friends? Once the prosecution lays out their position, we'll call it, because I don't want to hear the word case again. Their position, okay, their theory, their evidence, their witnesses, their their objections, their everything, right? Their cross examinations when they cross examine, when they lay all of that out, then they rest their case. Okay, they don't
Laura
rest.
gets it.
They don't rest their case and then show evidence of, especially evidence of that level of importance, such as, what did she say? Phone records? Yeah, they don't do that, dumbass. Who is this lady? I need to get in touch with her ASAP. Laurie, can you get me a phone call with this lady ASAP?
One news reporter
Yeah.
shared some of those searches. So it feels like they shared one category, if that makes sense. Like
It doesn't.
because I've definitely heard about his. I've heard some rumors about his sexual
conspiracy theories.
We're gonna go on rumors.
All she's been talking about is conspiracy
You're gonna talk about rumors, Carolyn. You have no problem with this bitch releasing rumors about the Delphi case? What? Yeah, we might as well go on rumors. I mean, if you can't get facts, just throw out rumors, right? As long
There's a pot plant.
as long as you call them rumors, I guess you're covered, right, Carolyn? Good job.
searches.
What a great.
I can drop one if you're.
Yeah, you should definitely drop a rumor. That would be the best for Carolyn's channel. Good job, Carolyn.
Those are just rumors. So
There are, you think? Who made them? Did Carolyn make them? Are they true rumors or false rumors? What kind of rumors are they? I can't wait to hear about them. They must be good. Debbie, do you know the rumors? Anybody know the rumors? Put a one if you know the rumors.
Okay. One is sexual searches. I can drop one if you're. Those are just rumors. So.
Okay.
So I think that we just don't know yet.
Yeah, I'm just curious because because they could say, like, again, devil's advocate. Okay, yeah, so he searched the Texas school shooting. So did a lot of people.
What?
You know, I mean, like, that's what we all say here. If they ever looked at some of our searches, because we do these crimes and we put these crazy things in there, right?
We do these crimes. We do these crimes and we put. You literally just admitted to doing these crimes and putting these crazy searches in on how to do the crimes. Boy, these two are the brightest bulbs in the. I don't know who's more. I don't know who's more intelligent out of these two idiots. She literally just said, we do these crimes and then we put the searches in. Let me slow it down for you. And you're calling the FBI on me?
She's behind.
Yeah, I know. She's not watching for sure.
No, she's behind us for a reason.
I know, she's not watching for sure. Ever. She was probably watching then.
And do these all people. You know, I mean, like, that's what we all say here. If they ever looked at some of our searches, because we do these crimes and we put these crazy things in there, right?
We do we do these crimes and we put these crazy things in there, right? No, you're not right. You're dead.
So did a lot of people. Okay, yeah. I'm just because they ever looked at searches, because we do these. You know, I mean, like, that's what we all say here. If they ever looked at some of our searches, because we do these crimes and we put these crazy things in there, right?
Maybe
so. Yeah, I mean, and then they could say, look, he lives right around Delphi. Why wouldn't he be interested? Wouldn't you be interested? I bet you 90% of you have searches relating to Delphi on your computers.
Right.
So I mean, it's not that I see like something like, oh my gosh, that's so damning, you know?
Right.
Like as if you would say something like, along the lines of, I'm trying to think, like
I don't know, like gun ballistics.
Like,
do you want to talk about ballistics? You want to talk about that? I don't know. Maybe his bullet cycled through the weapon. I don't know. Maybe he admitted he admitted to being on the bridge at that time, and then he changed his story. I don't know. Maybe we could go by. I think he confessed 472 times. Why someone would confess
This next part's
472
really bad.
472 times, I don't know, but hey, let's carry on.
Like just like how like Nicole Kessinger, you know, she searched for how long does what was it that-
Ma'am, that case is closed. We there's no need to continue to talk about that case. And why would you talk about Nicole Kessinger? Nicole Kessinger has been looked into 50 times. Do you think Sandy Rusex wouldn't look into Nicole Kessinger if she thought she was responsible? Really, Carolyn? Why are you bringing her up? Okay, enough.
that she did there? You know, if you are certain how to somebody goes to jail, or how long does something stay on your phone, or if you delete that, you know, just I mean, even that wasn't even that bad. But like, which I'm thinking of Letitia Stout. I mean, you know, how long, like just you know, along the lines of. Which I'm thinking of Letitia Stout, like her searches were, you know, how do you your child and you just your stepchild, all that stuff with the relationship, and then about burns in the rug, stains in the rug,
fuck it,
stuff like that, or somebody searching, you know, how to get rid of a dead body, or
Right. So, again, their whole strategy from the get-go has been about keeping it close to the chest, to the vest.
Right.
And, you know, granted, nowadays, like, I think that they took an investigative strategy that they thought was right at the time, maybe by FBI profiling or whatever, and then it spanned 7 to 8 years. So, and what happened between then? COVID, and everyone cut the cable, and everyone started doing YouTube, and like it's just been such a transformation. And everyone cut 8 years. So, and what happened between then? COVID, and everyone cut the cable, and everyone started doing YouTube, and like it's just been such a transformation that, so they just had to like, I mean, I think they thought the guy was going to be caught that year. So, so what I'll say is that it was Brian Koberger. Yeah, it was his what do you call it? Like PC, probable cause affidavit, or
right?
Yeah, was that way more damning? Yes, it was. But I think that, you know, sometimes, like, I don't know, in this case, they put just enough to get the guy arrested, and I think the bullet was the match. And I don't know where I'm trying to go with this.
I'm going to ask a question, and somebody can call me dumb, somebody can call me naive, someone can call me stupid, someone can call me stoned. But do these two idiots sound like the exact same person, only different? What would you call it? Octones? Voice. Like, don't listen to their voice sound. Listen to the way they tell a story and the words they use and their stuttering and their lack of attention and their details. Just humor me for a little while, okay? I'll tell you when to stop, right? I'll tell you when to go, but just humor me. Close your eyes, but not if you're driving. Just close your eyes and listen to BBT's words, okay? Keep an open mind.
I don't think they would choose the same investigative strategy now as they did back then, because it's definitely not been doing them well. It's just not good on YouTube and all these social media platforms. It's like everybody wants answers. So, and then block out all the public, like that's pretty. People aren't happy. It's not good.
No, and why are they doing that? Do you know the reason they're doing that?
Well, I could definitely share with you. Off like in another time. Well, I mean, so is there a organized group that kind of goes around and doxes people and stuff like that. I don't know.
Stop. Why
Organized group
does
that does that.
Lisa, who's not on YouTube, continue
Laura.
to bring up Laura,
Laura.
whoever the fuck her name is, iPhone? Why does she continue to bring up YouTube and doxing when she doesn't even have a YouTube or a doxing? What does she talk? Why is she so concerned? And why won't Carolyn bite? It's like Carolyn's letting her hang out there to dry. Can somebody answer that question for me? Laurie, do you know? Sour milk and cookies? How about you? Want to take a gander? Why is this lady, Laura Lupi, okay, what's her name?
Laura.
iPhone?
Laura.
Laura iPhone. Why does she give a shit? Why is she talking about YouTube and doxing? Huh? Anybody? It sounds like she's coming after me. What's she going to say it to my face, Laura? Do you think it's Laura? You know Laura. You know Laura. What? Don't tell me what to do. Don't tell me what to do, Debbie. Debbie, don't tell me what to do.
I don't know. I mean, it's just strange. Like they just like locked everybody out. It's not even like they like with Lori Vallow, they would play it later on in the day. But we get nothing, right? So it's
that should have happened. That's weird. So I definitely want to talk with you. It's weird.
Nothing, right? So it's
that should have happened. That's weird. So I definitely want to talk with you.
Okay.
Because
I don't know if either one of them finished one sentence in the last 25 minutes. I'm confident that they haven't. It's been 40 minutes. I don't think one full sentence has been said. And these people think I speak like an idiot. Okay. I mean, what the hell? What is this, the Twilight Zone?
There's some people that keep showing up on these cases, and it's like, why do they show up on all these cases? So maybe,
right.
I don't know.
Okay. So then, so your thoughts on it? You believe he's done it? There's no doubt in your mind?
No, no, I'm waiting for all of it, but
You're waiting for all of it? The prosecution rested. The defense would.
I can say that things that have influenced me is that
if you've heard the prosecution's position, they're going to tell you how he did it. So she asked her, "Do you think he did it?" That's a yes or a no by now, because you know the prosecution's position. You know the evidence of you idiot.
That the defense attorneys have used a habeas corpus lawyer.
What?
Who?
What is a habeas corpus lawyer?
I found this on the web.
It's the simplest form. Okay. What is a habeas corpus lawyer?
Here's what I found.
It's not a lawyer. You can't be a lawyer. I knew that. It's a document. So it's when you bring it to motion to bring, what is a habeas corpus petition? It's a petition to bring a prisoner in front of the court. I knew that. Like you want to challenge them being held in the conditions that they're held in. You don't have a habeas corpus lawyer. You have a habeas corpus motion. You can have a lawyer that files a habeas corpus. Dummy.
Climate problems are increasing. Cold and snowstorms are becoming a problem.
Maybe they call them habeas
Don't
corpus
worry.
lawyers. I don't know, but
I graduated from
you didn't graduate from third grade.
IU grad school. I wasn't in law, but I graduated from IU grad school. I wasn't in law, but
so you're a lawyer? She's a lawyer, Debbie. Debbie, she graduated law. If you graduate law school, you're a lawyer. She said I was in law. Debbie always sees things very differently, and she's not going to get me on this one.
I have friends that are from IU grad school. I wasn't in law, but I have friends that are
Say
still
she's in
like going there,
law?
and he taught a class.
Maybe she
and so he
graduated
was
as an
having
in-law.
his class
Where you going, Debbie?
research for this case, and then he, when you call it a gag order,
A gag order?
like I guess it's like weird law term, like gag. Okay, fine.
What?
But so he overdid it on his Twitter, and every time he said it's a gag order.
It's a weird law term. She's a lawyer.
And then he, when you call it a gag order, okay, like I guess it's like weird law term,
It's
like
like that's a silly little law word.
gag.
It doesn't really mean gag, you idiot. It's not like they're gagging anyone. She's taking this look, and Carolyn's not even cracking a smile.
Okay, fine. But so he
Why does Carolyn look so guilty? Why does she look so guilty up there? What'd you do, Carolyn? What's up with this Laura girl? Something ain't right here. The math ain't right mouthing about this. Silly little law term named gag order.
Did it on his Twitter, and every time he said it's a gag order, he'd show a woman being gagged.
What?
And overdid it. I guess it's like, when you call it a gas, and he taught a class.
She said the defense did that. Oh my God.
Things that have influenced me is that the defense attorneys have used a habeas corpus lawyer who, I graduated from IU grad school. I wasn't in law, but I have friends that are still like going there, and he taught a class, and so he was having his class research for this case.
Okay.
And then
nope. This lady's nuts. Did you hear that? She just said that she did listen. You have to listen to these crazies. Nobody listens. Okay. I fucking went to grad school. I listened. I got trained to listen. Okay. It's not fun. Trust me. You don't want to be in my head. All right. But this bitch just literally just said, did you hear that? What she said? She said that the defense counsel taught a class, and they had he had his students researching for this case, and listen to what they found.
He class research for the class, and so he was having his class research for this case, and then he, when you call it a gag order, okay, like I guess it's like weird law term, like gag. Okay, fine. But so he overdid it on his Twitter.
What?
And every time he said it's a gag order, he'd show a woman being gagged.
Oh.
And it really didn't go over very well.
No.
Can somebody find out, Bill, can you do a little research and find out if that's true? Can you find out if the defense attorney put a lady being gagged on his Twitter? Somehow I don't believe that. Now I gotta. Did the defense attorney for the Delphi case put a woman?
I found this on the web.
Yeah. Did the defense attorney for the Delphi case get in trouble for putting a gag order on his Twitter? I can't even ask it.
I found this on the web.
P. Diddy wants a gag order? That's P. Diddy. Carolyn, wrong case. You're talking about P. Diddy. What the? Listen, you guys, I know the haters hate me, okay, but you guys have to help me out. You can't just stay silent. I don't care if you hate me. You have to have a brain in your fucking head. You can't let Sour Milk and Cookies and Larry on their own do this. All right? So start chiming in with what the fuck this bitch is talking about. If I'm wrong, come in and say, BBT, yeah, the defense attorney for the Delphi case had a meme on his Twitter that was hanging a woman. If that's true, can you please tell me, haters? Come on. Anybody. Last night we had Florida Gray Lady in here. We might as well have another hater.
No.
That was a whoopsie.
So no, right? Like, I mean, I don't even need to show you.
And I didn't
That's not
kiss.
gonna
She
go
was
over
more than
well.
welcome. Didn't kick her out.
Yeah.
Didn't block her. Nothing.
Um,
Didn't even say anything.
So I've also known that person was like, he's also telling people he's a habeas corpus attorney. So saying like, well, he's definitely, they've got nothing. So he's going to be charged. So I'm going to be the person who's going to come in on appeal. I'm like,
what?
Well, should you say that?
Should you?
So they've got nothing. Corpus attorney. So it was like, he's also telling people he's a habeas corpus attorney. So saying like, well, he's definitely, they've got nothing. So he's going to be charged. So I'm going to be the person who's going to come in on appeal. I'm like, well, should you say that? So that's, I guess, kind of where I'm coming from.
Yeah, I know, because like Scooter is like 100% convinced he's the only one, and that he did this. But I mean, it's like I saw someone, and
isn't it weird?
I was shocked because it was a lawyer.
Isn't it weird?
And
isn't it weird? Both of them aren't convinced. They're both not convinced. Okay, but Scooter is. Okay, go ahead, Carolyn. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you and Laura Lou.
Reporting on this case.
You call this reporting, Carolyn? Okay, we're gonna have to reword it. This is not reporting on this case, Carolyn. Okay, get it straight. I'm not reporting on the case either, but you're certainly not either. Okay, this is not reporting, Carolyn. I don't know what you call this.
No,
I agree.
Somebody else. I had never even heard of them before, but I was surprised because she was very upset.
Yeah.
With the judge, and felt like the judge was just so.
Look at those eyeballs. Look at those eyeballs. Look at those. Do you know the first sign of someone telling a lie? They look up.
Was just so unfairly
Hold, please. Hold, please. Why isn't Rhonda here? Rhonda, where are you? I need you. I need you so bad. I just had the best joke set up and I fucking lost it because Rhonda's not here. Rhonda, I'm blaming you. Damn it. Fuck. I'm so mad right now. I had the best joke, you guys. You would have loved it. I hate when I fucking waste a joke. There's nothing worse. Nothing worse. Nothing.
so unfairly
Rhonda
favoring the prosecution.
Where are you?
And then that Odinism, all that. Felt that should have been brought in.
What?
Well, so that's the 3-day hearing in July to August that I did sit through.
Did you go to that, Caroline?
so on the last day, they brought in Perlmutter. So she was the Odin specialist who wanted to talk about the crime scene and she was convinced it was a ritualistic killing. And for like, I mean, you don't get water, you don't get bathroom breaks. You have to sit there. It takes everything out of you, and it sounds crazy, but everyone, I don't know. When I go there, I'm just kind of like sick for days. But that day, so I at least sat there. I was very sick for so I didn't stay for the afternoon, which was the blood spatter expert. However, I did listen to the Perlmutter testimony. So it was about 5 hours. So one of the things that was interesting is a deception detective, when he's talking about Koberger, he's a very good video because he says that
Koberger.
So I didn't stay for the afternoon, which was the blood spatter expert. However, I did listen to the Perlmutter testimony. So it was about 5 hours. So one of the things that was interesting is a deception detective, when he's talking about Koberger, he's a very good video because he says that the defense attorney, they really can't, because I don't know what they're able to do or not do, but he says defense attorneys can't knowingly lie or mislead the court. So what?
And prosecution can't either. That's called their ethics. Are you fucking stupid? You can't. That's called candor of the court. Are you this? Oh my. I'm an idiot and I know that. That's 3.3 in Massachusetts. It's called candor of the court. It's called undermining the court system. No legal judge, no legal attorney can undermine the court system knowingly, intentionally and knowingly. And if you want to prove that, or if you want to allege that, you have to prove that they did it knowingly and intentionally. What the fuck?
He'll say is this the better statement? Koberger was innocent because he was not there, or he was stargazing, or the evidence will show that Koberger was stargazing. So he says that they can actually say the second one, the evidence will show that. So that actually made sense because that day it was like 5 hours. I'm like, why is this the defense attorney telling us what he's going to tell us for about an hour and a half? And then, then he tells us, then he brings the expert on, and then, so it's almost like, to me,
that's called opening statements. Opening statements is when each side gets a chance to tell you what their position is going to be laid out, and it has to be proven by the evidence. So unless and until you can show evidence, you can't put it in your opening statement. If you can prove it with evidence, you can put it in your opening statement.
It was so overkill, and I'm like, but he knows better than this. So, and then upon cross-examination, it was like 10 minutes, and it would just brought me back out of, I can explain that too, just really because it brought me out of the thing of this is ritualistic killings, this is satanic, all this stuff.
I thought we were on Koberger. You just talking about Koberger. Dude, you guys, am I going crazy? Why is Carolyn sitting there nodding her head? Am I going crazy? Laurie, are you listening to this mess? No, you know what it is, Debbie? She thinks everybody else, she thinks you and I are idiots. She thinks that she's going to get away with this shit. There are some people that understand what you're doing, Carolyn, and I can prove it. And Debbie can too, and Debbie can prove it better because she does it with timelines. I just do it with sheer stupidity. Period. Any questions? Thank you guys who have been so kind. I'm gonna be monetizing soon, so get your donations in now. Get your donations in. Get your donos in. Your donos. Because I'm going full monetization. I won't be able to play any jokes. I won't be able to play my fucking. I'm so sad. I won't be able to play my my whatchamacallit. You know. My sound machine. But might as well throw that in the trash. I won't be able to say, this is bullshit. I won't be able to play my goodbye songs for Veronica. Nope, can't do anything. So don't blame me. All for the Benjamins. I held off for a long time though, 5 years. Yep. But I'm telling you, when I show you guys what I'm going to show you, I'm going to do it in Patreon though. Right, Debbie? We'll do it in Patreon. When I teach you guys this, it's going to open a world that you guys are going to it's going to blow your mind. We should raise the prices because nobody's doing this, Debbie. We found a niche. Debbie and I are smart buggers. If we just have more time, holy crap. I think I'm going to have to sell milk and cookies. When somebody falsely takes my PayPal down, I had to put it in like they're ruining my ability to have an income. So that's part of what now I can turn around and, protect myself from, twice. And then they're so stupid they talked about it on their own channel, so they pre-planned it. They said it was because of drug paraphernalia. Awful. So it's ruined a lot of things for mine. It's ruined my direct deposit. It's ruined a lot. I've used PayPal for a long time and I don't use anything else. So it sucks. So that means like you know what I'm saying? Thankfully people have been donating to Debbie and I appreciate it. That's what I'm saying. I do appreciate it. Obviously I don't monetize for you guys. It's not for myself. If I was greedy and like everybody says, oh, I'm grifting and all that stuff, I would have monetized a long time ago. People enjoy this. I mean, everybody makes fun of my music, but look at how many people play music. Oh, that's funny. Isn't that weird? Like it's gonna change my videos, all my videos, you guys, all that music when I play that, that like sexy video of Carolyn. That's my favorite video of all times. I would never be. I'll have to take that down. That because I'm using too much like all that those Rick rolls. I can't use those. That Australians will never be able to watch my videos. Everything I play gets banned in Australia. Aussie Allison said she was watching something and went down in the middle of it, and it didn't go down. It only went down in Australia. Debbie's wicked good about taking my music out. It's a lot of work, and then we have to go back and take the shit out of my video, right? So it takes a lot of time, which Debbie does, and then she reposts it, and then everybody can watch it. I'm gonna re-edit some of my old videos. They're so fucking funny. Some of my old videos, I'll make them way funnier. If I ever had the equipment, oh my god, right, Debbie? If I ever had fucking Carolyn's, you should hear. I have clips of Carolyn talking about her unboxing her computer, her laptop her subscribers bought her, right? $3,500 laptop, right? And she does an unboxing of it. She has two of them. And she's screaming at Jimmy in the car, screaming at Jimmy that because Jimmy didn't do, oh my God, it's the best. Wait till you see this video. I know now there won't be any music. I know, that's what I'm saying. There'll be no music. Can you imagine my channel with no music? That makes me want to throw up. I don't know if I can do it. I don't know if I can do it. No music, you guys. Can you imagine? Music makes people happy. Debbie, go to bed. Go to bed, Debbie. Debbie's got to go to bed. Aussie, Allison, what are you doing? Get in here. Stop acting like you're fucking busy and shit. Where are all these Aussies? Let me see. Hold on. What time is it in Australia?
It's 5:34 p.m. in
Are
Canberra.
you serious? You guys have Mel, you have no excuse. Aussie, you have no excuse. Rhonda, you're all in trouble. All you motherfuckers. Aussies. Sour milk and cookies. Sour milk and cookies knows how to make hoodies and she won't. Wouldn't you guys buy hoodies if Sour milk and cookies made hoodies? Yes, you would. Put a yes if you would. Put a yes in the channel if you would buy awesome ones designed by like me. I'll design them awesome, not like BBT shit. That's stupid. I'll make them so fucking cool. I know exactly how I want a sweatshirt. I want a hoodie to look. Come on. If you don't try, it won't happen. Sour milk, are you going to do it? Right, Debbie? So easy. We can come up with such good stuff on it. Right, Debbie? Debbie. No, you're not going to tell me when. You're going to just lie. Tell me now. You won't. I know, right? All right, back to these idiots. Back to these two morons. Where's the 80s girl? She's got to fucking be all over this shit.
But the point is that he, now looking back, he had to say, I feel like he had to say, the evidence will show you this. Like he had to do that.
Yeah.
To be able to present it in court, if that makes sense.
Right. Okay.
And
Yeah.
I'm just guessing, so I would love to show you these videos and have you actually like lay it down, Pat.
Because the girls did have sticks placed on their bodies, right?
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
And like what it was that did that conceal them in some way? Were they leafy? They weren't like leafy branches, were they?
Okay, I've got a visual for you. No, that's a very good point.
So I mean, so like it's different. Like, why did he do that? Did it conceal them at all? Did it help to conceal them? Like,
sure. Okay, so I can go back to. I will have a visual for you, but I could say with the Pearl Mutter testimony. So she was the Odin expert.
Mm-hmm.
Said, well, like obviously, like
just answer the question.
I mean, I really have to walk it back, but it was.
Look at her.
See, I read that whole
Well,
thing.
it's just-
Remember when they came out with that? I read that
Just
on.
answer the damn question. What the fuck? What? I feel like I need to drink. That would make two of us trashed. I'm not into booze. But by all means, if it doesn't hurt anyone, go for it.
Here. So I do know they said like it was triangle, right?
Yeah. So
and that was the
said
symbolism for the Odinism, and that was their whole thing.
So that she also said there's 1 through 7 of what makes it like of any kind of crime scene that makes it like a ritualistic sacrificial killing. And then upon cross it was like, well, really like 1 through 7, this is basically like any murder. Like, was it indoors or outdoors?
What?
Number 1. Like, I mean, those are okay. Number 2, like, so it just really okay. So it was basically also like, hey, this man, the sticks were placed. They were not random. Let's be clear about that.
Okay.
Like they were placed. However, there are different reasons that, like, okay. So I'm trying to show you one thing of, however, hey, this man, the sticks were placed. They were not random. Let's be clear about that.
Okay.
Like they were placed. However, there are different reasons that, like, okay. So I'm trying to show you one thing of, so they
So
called
I mean, it could be somebody trying to like if you found searches that he did about Odinism and ritualistic killing, and then he did that,
there you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yes. So that's very, very well. So that's the question that like brought me out of, so I listened to Perlmutter for about 4 hours. And then on cross, the prosecution goes up there and he, so here's the questions he asked.
What?
Like that, like got me very well. He said, well, okay, so let's say, all right, you said it was done with a ritualistic knife, and that knife is very important to them, and they keep it, and it, so are you sure that this was done by a knife? And she's like, I can't be sure. Okay. She's like, well, what if I told you it was a box cutter? She's like, oh, well, I don't know. Well, because she said that whatever the weapon was is ceremonial, and they've kept it, and it's been very important. So at that point, about a couple months ago, we kind of learned that they think it's a box cutter.
Right, and they found lots of box cutters at his house, right?
No, he claimed no. They found tons of knives and machetes and
yeah, and I thought they found maybe I'm mistaken. I thought they found a lot of box cutters, but they also said they found no DNA on anything to link him.
Well, correct. So he does say his testimony is that he killed them with a box cutter, and that he threw it away. He had stolen that box cutter from CVS, and he threw it away in the CVS. Oh, I'll drive by and I will take a video for you tomorrow.
Laurie,
that he threw it in the CVS dumpster.
Laurie, I'm thinking it's one of a kind. If you feel me, I'm thinking it's one of two of a kind.
Or the next day.
I wonder if they probably never went to CVS and would know if a box cutter was missing.
Oh, so there's been a lot of people talking about like they worked in Walmart or CVS, because he's been in Walmart, CVS, different places unpacking, and so a lot of them have box cutters for like the trucks that come in.
Right.
They've got to take out the shipments, so it's but it definitely lines up with the injury. So I mean, if you hear, I've heard rumors over the years, and it was just that there was rumors that Abby was kind of like almost like pierced like by an arrow or something, and so now it kind of adds up that like I think he like blitzed, like he just took the box cutter and went straight, like kind of stabbed her directly in the throat, and with Libby though.
Carolyn sits there and doesn't know. She doesn't. Carolyn is like, I think Carolyn, you're like a. I think you're like a mummy. I don't know what you are. Do you have feelings? You're like AI or some shit. You're like a fucking bot. Carolyn's a bot. You definitely have jaundice for sure. Okay, Carolyn, but you fucking have a bot. You are for sure. You're a bot. 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 Bot. Oh, you're a bot. Dude, Laurie, these two are fucking. She doesn't even move. Look at her. She doesn't even like flinch. Look at this bitch just doesn't flinch. It's fascinating. I can't believe I have to monetize. It's gonna be bad news. Don't make me do it. I don't want to monetize. Can you imagine? I can't play music. Nobody watches my videos. I'm going to make like 2 cents. And then when you guys super chat me, they're going to take 33% of it. That's fucking brilliant. They're taking your money. I hate that. Are you talking about me, Laurie? I mean, sour milk, I'll try anything for $1. Pretty much. Pretty much. I've been known to try some things from. My dad used to give me $2 to do things like around the mall. He used to be like run up the and then by the end of it I'd have like $10 to buy a toy. I was wicked little. He'd be like run up the down escalator. Imagine my dad, and it'd be time me. I would fly up that motherfucker. I was the only one that could do that all through high school. I could run up the down one. They don't get too happy with you, but. Yep. A lot of my friends couldn't do it. I was practicing since I've been like 5. My parents run up the down escalator. Okay. What's her? Oh, no, sir. Which one? I don't talk about kids. The adult one? Are you serious? Like really modeling? Hey, good for him. I hope it's his money. I hope it goes to him. He's old enough. It would go to him, right? I think he's pretty old enough to go. It would go to him. Well, my kid's only 16, so I don't know. She's not an adult, so it wouldn't go to her. Jimmy should model. Maybe Jimmy's modeling. He could do the catwalk. Can't you believe? I can see Jimmy doing the catwalk, can't you? Come on. In his red union suit. In his red union suit. Jimmy can do the catwalk. Jimmy does the catwalk. He's been teaching. He's teaching him. He's like, let me show you how this walks. Let me show you how this walks. Jimmy's like. They're like, he's like, get my heels. I'm gonna teach you how to do this. Ready? Here I come. Here comes Jimmy.
if I stand in front of a speeding car?
Wrong song. Wrong song. I can't play it anyway. It's Laurie. He would need his personal tailor with him. Can you imagine? Can you imagine all those women 6 foot, like those ladies are like 7 feet tall. They'd be like eating peanuts off his head. My mother's wicked tall, right? She's 6 feet tall. My mother's like 6'2", right? And she knows she's wicked tall. She's taller than most guys, and she always says, "I could eat peanuts off that dude's head." She was funny. She was wicked funny with her height. She knew it. Like, because my ex was kind of short, and she would be like, oh, she would make fun of him real bad, and he'd get so pissed. She'd be like, I could eat peanuts off his head. It's true. You are not. It's okay if you're short. You're just petite, huh, Laurie? I picture you as very petite. You're very petite. I'm not that tall, actually, either. 5'5". 5'5". People always think I'm taller, is my point. Carolyn, I guess, is ginormous. Like in real life. Like she's 6 feet of stuff or something. Jimmy's 4'11". My 4'5", Jimmy. He's not. He's 6 feet, okay? Fuckers. Let's see what these bitches. Are we gonna keep listening to these two? I don't know. I'm getting dumber by the minute. I'm getting more dumb by the minute. Can't help it. Can't help it. Can't help it. She's nuts. These people are nuts, yo. Where are my Aussies at? You guys
did like he tried to do 4 or 5 cuts. Like tried, yeah.
Ron,
I'll save that for. But
I'm
But
crying.
what do you think about the bullet? Do you think it was unspent? So
then it was unspent, stupid.
Like, what was that about? Like someone could say, well, maybe that was planted. I know they're trying to say that. Like, how does that even happen?
So the unspent, it's the same as like if you put it into the cartridge and then you anytime that, even if you eject it or unspent or whatever, it still has the same
marks. There's marks on it that show it went through his gun.
They can almost finish these other sentences, for Christ's sakes. Do you hear them? If these two bippity boppity boo on the same two, I don't know what to do. Debbie. You guys, I'm gonna start a new Patreon, and I'm serious. I'm gonna keep up with it. If you guys want to join my Patreon, I'm gonna revamp my Patreon. We have like levels. It'll be worth the money because I'm gonna teach you guys some stuff that it's gonna blow your fucking minds. Okay, so it's gonna be like classes of like things that well, I'll tell you more about it, but I have to be careful because my stalkers. The good thing is my stalkers can't come in. There's no way they can come in and make it in. It's stalker proof, which that's why I have to do it. She's like, damn it, great. Now I'm not gonna sleep tonight. I knew BBT was gonna finally get away from me. Fucking wackadoodle. Wackadoodle. Aussies, you guys are in trouble, just so you know. You act like you're eating dinner or some shit. I might let it slide, but it's not going to be easy, especially Mel Mel. How could you miss this? How could you miss this gold? How could you miss this gem? It's like missing Christmas. No, I want you to make me a sweatshirt. Look at this is the sweatshirt I want you to make, but a little different. I'm gonna send it to you, but I have to fix it. I have to fix it a lot, like a real lot. This is almost gonna be like it. It's almost like it, but not really. Okay, but could you make this? Could you make this? If I changed it a little bit, I'd have to change it a little bit. How many people in here? We have 22 people. My haters, even my haters. I want to buy my kid PlayStation 5. If you heard last night, if somebody has $500 and they can buy it for my kid, she wants PlayStation 5. I have to get it for her. That's a good question. I don't know. Maybe the back. Maybe the back. I don't know. I gotta fuck with it. But it's kind of like what I'm thinking. I might change it a little bit, but you know what I'm saying? But you could do that. You could do that. That's sick. If you could do that, I will freaking kill you. Oh my god. Oh, that was a death threat. That was a death threat. Sour milk and cookies, are you scared? Great. Now you're probably wicked scared of me. I knew you were going to be scared of me. Great. This is how it happens. See? Now you're not going to be my friend. Good night. Good night. I'm going to sleep soon too. Good night, Laurie. Thanks for swinging in. I hope you learned nothing. We'll be on again tomorrow so you can learn even more of nothing. I'm eating a Klondike bar. What would you do? All right, my friends. BBT will be back tomorrow. How about that? For part 2 of what you should never do. Bye. Bye. Bye.